As the man was shutting down the machine and getting ready to leave work, the hatch suddenly jammed. Breaking protocol, he climbed inside to fix it. But just as he did, the hatch slammed shut on its own. Hearing his screams, his co-workers rushed over and tried to pry the door open, but their supervisor showed up and stopped them. The machine was insanely expensive, and any damage would cost more than they could afford. Without a second thought for the man's safety, the supervisor ordered everyone to clear out and get back to work. It wasn't until the system shut down that the robot inside finally dragged out the unconscious Damon, but by then, he had already inhaled a dangerous dose of radiation and his organs were beginning to fail. When the company boss heard what happened, he offered Damon zero compensation. Instead, he sneered, complaining that Damon would just mess up the hospital sheets. Then he ordered him to get the hell out of the factory. The cold-blooded response lit a fire inside Damon. He swore to make the boss pay, but with only days left to live, he had one desperate hope: reaching Elysium, a space station orbiting Earth where cutting-edge med pods could cure any illness. Earth's environment had become dangerously toxic, no longer fit for human life. To survive, the ultra-wealthy had abandoned the planet and built a luxurious habitat in orbit, Elysium. Up there, advanced medical pods could heal any disease, no matter how deadly. But the ticket to Elysium was outrageously expensive. The only option left? Sneak in. That's when they turned to Spider. He could forge fake Elysium IDs and smuggle people aboard the transport ships. Spider handed Damon a ticket, but there was a catch. In exchange, Damon had to complete one high-risk mission: kidnap a rich corporate executive and extract the encrypted bank data stored in his brain. Spider equipped him with an exosuit and advanced skeletal mech that could give him superhuman strength, turning him into a one-man machine. At that moment, the company boss was preparing to head back to Elysium. Damon ambushed him and shot down his shuttle mid-air. Damon and his crew raced to the crash site, but before they could get there, the boss ordered a security robot to eliminate them all. The robot marched out of the wreckage only to be kicked over by Damon in a single brutal move. He yanked off its head in one quick motion. Without wasting time, they hooked up the data link to the executive's brain. But just as the transfer reached 100%, they realized something was wrong. The data was nothing but incomprehensible code. What they didn't know was that those lines of code held the master control to Elysium itself.